Hello from Tennessee. So last video, I talked about my higher end divers and my collection strategy. So I thought it would be great to actually bring in some of my more affordables and continue that discussion. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's get right into it. Like many of you, you probably love divers. I have 9 total, which my collection is 19, so it makes up almost half of my collection. So I've never dove probably past 15 feet, but I've got enough divers to be able to do that. So I'm just going to go through these and talk a little bit and give some perspective. The first one I'm going to talk about quickly is SKX 007. This is just a fun watch to have. This is one of the ones that started me on my journey. I got this watch when Mark at Long Island Watch was doing Watch Your Way. It was before the Islander came out. So this is slightly modded, as you may notice. It has a ceramic lume bezel, and you can probably see it here, double dome sapphire. And so this has really started it off. At the time, I think these were about $450 actually. So, and it actually came with the Strapco bracelet as an upgrade. It is on currently this Clockwork Republic strap, which if you haven't tried those, they are fantastic. Here's the packaging. There's the website. Not a sponsored video. That would be fun, but no, it's not a sponsored video. But great straps, highly recommend. And I still actually have the end links for someplace else in my box, but still have the original Jubilee. With this one here, I think probably everything else you see on the table is something that I potentially could flip. This one I have mixed feelings about. I'm probably going to keep this one just because they're discontinued, harder to get. But one thing I'm thinking about doing is there's a guy on our Discord that I'm on, Larry C's his name. Eventually, after I save up some money, I may send this off to him and actually have him, this is going to sound counterintuitive, but put the hard legs back on this and the original bezel back on it, just to bring it right back down to original. So something I've been thinking about. We'll see if that happens. So there's the Seiko. The next one I'll talk about quickly is the Vostok. I think I paid, so all in on this watch right here with the strap, which I get like off AliExpress. I've got like $60 into this watch. I don't wear it a bunch, but from a hobby perspective, this watch just is what's so fun about the hobby. I mean, come on, $60. This thing looks cool. The person I bought it from put this friction fit bezel on it, changed the original one. I think the original one may have been, I forget what the color was. I've got it in my box, but this thing is so cool. And if you've never, I don't want this video to go too long, but if you've never seen a Vostok crown, it's worth just keeping it for that. That's normal. Something about the pressure or something when it does it, and finding the wind position is very tricky too as well. I think I'm in it right now, but it's very, very interesting experience. And for you watch snobs out there, it's an in-house movement. That's total tongue-in-cheek, but anyway. Next up was a fairly recent acquisition, is the Seestern. And this watch here just signifies, again, from a hobbyist perspective, of how fun and inexpensive this hobby could be. I think this took a couple weeks to get to me. I ordered it directly off AliExpress. But it was like, I had some coupons or something and I caught it on discount. It was like $169. I mean, come on, look at this thing. It's got sapphire crystal and some of the best bezel action out of any watch that I have. I mean, it just, just amazing. And I think as a collector, when you can find a deal on a watch and then you actually enjoy wearing it and it's super cool, I mean, that's what it's all about. Next up is this solar tuna. I had traded watches a while back with my good friend Clayton, and he had a golden tuna, one of the older ones. I'm trying to think. It may have been about 20 years old, maybe 1999. It was a super cool watch. Bezel action was awful on it because it was kind of tight, but I love the aesthetic of that. And I ended up buying this one from Toppers, and I think I got it for like about $170. But it's a fun wear. It's grab and go. It's solar. I love the aesthetic. It is something that you can mod. It has like kind of like basically just a plastic shroud on it right now. You can actually put a ceramic shroud on these that are probably, it's the cost of the watch plus some to be able to do it. And I've seen people that have modded those too as well. But this is just a fun watch. It's always ready. The lume's really good. If I remember correctly, I think the indices, I think up to 20, it might be loomed. I forget, but fun watch. Next up is my Zelos Hammerhead 3 bronze. I wanted a bronze watch, and I played around with several Zeloses in my collection too as well. This one has stuck around longer than most. I think I had a black tip, a swordfish, and there may have been another one in there. Or at least I think I tried out a thresher one time. There may have been another one too. None of them that never really seemed to stick around. I did this one on pre-order. I think it was like $349, and it's fun for the pool and stuff this time of year. I enjoy that green color. I don't really have a green watch, so as you can see, as you're looking down here, you can see some color. You got some orange, some red, and last up is the yellow Luminox. I picked this up on the Discord that I'm on. I got a killer deal on it. Retail wise, these are about $300. Would definitely recommend if you've never checked out a Luminox. Solid quality watch. I know that if you're looking for them new, I think Saltzman sells them new. So I'd highly recommend that site. Again, they are not sponsoring me, but I think it's important to share with you all those companies and so forth that are trusted within the watch community. Saltzman's is definitely one, and like I mentioned before, Clockwork Republic too as well is a great strap. So there's those divers there. As you can see, there's some variety of color, like I said before. I noticed when I first started collecting that it seems like all my watches were black, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be boring if I keep that up. So playing around with the affordables and playing around with color is fun. I think as you progress in this hobby, at least me, I don't want to speak for you, but for me, I need the variety, and affordables fill a niche. Like I said, I think all of these are I probably won't flip these two. I probably won't end up ever flipping the Seiko and the Vostok. Like I indicated, for $60 with the Vostok, it's not worth it for one thing, and plus it's kind of just a cool thing to have, and especially if I'm talking to somebody that may be new to watches. I think it's a great watch to show just how diverse this hobby could be. And like I said, the SKX has just started me off. I'm thinking about bringing that back to spec, to normal. Out of the box. I think that's kind of a cool thing to have, especially since it's been discontinued. But the other ones I think eventually could be flipped. For me, if I did flip these, So this is where the collection strategy comes into play. I would want to have something else in mind before I did it. I mean, realistically, out of all these here, if I was lucky, let's see, around $600 maybe, if I'm lucky, out of these. That would be pushing the limit, but I could maybe get $600 out of those, but then I would want to be able to put it towards another diver. I don't have anything right now that I'm looking at, you know, and obviously throw some cash in. I'm not really sure what the next watch is. I'm pretty content with what I have right now, and so being in a holding pattern is not necessarily a bad thing. Still shop around and look. New stuff is coming out all the time. Seiko continues to wow me. I think I need to probably look at another Seiko. I've gone down in my Seikos. All I have for Seikos right now are the Solar Tuna, this one, and I have an Alpinist. So I'm thinking another mechanical dive at some point, possibly. I'm not sure how I feel about the new GMTs. I know that they're pretty hot right now, but I don't know if that's something that's on my radar or not, but lots of things to think about, so I'm digressing. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, everybody. If you enjoy this, please like or subscribe, and as always, stay positive, make friends, enjoy the journey. Take care. Bye-bye.